Are you worried about the high import bill on food? Does Nigeria have the potential to produce enough food for her citizens? The deployment of agricultural biotechnology has the potential to tackle the challenge of poor yield, pest infestation, disease attack, drought, and other environmental challenges. Biotechnology in Focus is a program designed to enlighten you on the benefits of application of modern science in agriculture as against the misleading information against the technology. Join Ifeanyi Ugoke as he engages seasoned experts, scientists, and other relevant stakeholders on agricultural biotechnology on Thursdays, 10:05 a.m. on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja. Agricultural biotechnology, a sure way to food security in Nigeria.
The land is green, it's green, oh, oh.
Welcome to this week's edition of the program, Agricultural Biotechnology in Focus, on Vision 92.1 FM Abuja. My name is Ifeanyi Ugoke. Agricultural Biotechnology in Focus is a program designed to educate you on benefits of agricultural biotechnology. On this edition of the program, our topic is, do Nigeria have the capacity to deploy agricultural biotechnology? To discuss the topic, I have as my resource person, Professor Celestin Agoru. He is the National President of Biotechnology and Biosafety Consortium of Nigeria. He is from the Biotechnology and Genetic Unit of the Department of Botany, College of Science, Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, Benue State. Prof, you are welcome to the program. What has this consortium done to educate Nigerians on issues of genetically modified organisms?
National Biotechnology and Biosafety Consortium of Nigeria, a body which is established to bring together experts in biotechnology and biosafety, which could serve as an information bank for accurate information on issues of genetically modified organisms, both the ones that are there as crops, as medicines, and for use in the environment. This consortium just came into being to fill the need of bringing accurate information to Nigerians by experts, not just by those who do not have information or knowledge of genetic engineering. Experts who are into research, who understand the processes through which genetic engineering brings about the genetically modified organisms or crops. That is the one that people protest against. As at now, they have not protested against the GMOs that are used in production of drugs that are applied in medical practice. They don't give the public information on that. Now, the ones that are concentrating on is the issue of the genetically modified crops. That is where there's a lot of manipulation of scientific information on these crops to create fear. They manipulate it to create alternative facts instead of passing on the accurate information. Even in nature, there has been modifications naturally without interference by humans, which comes through mutations. So MBBC is actually established to include experts in biotechnology and experts in biosafety to be able to give Nigerians accurate information on the safe use and on the safe application of modern biotechnology, and to educate Nigerians on the safety of the products of this modern biotechnology, products of genetic engineering, which is the GMOs.
Scientists in Nigeria have raised concerns that many of those who are campaigning against the technology are not well informed.
Fine.
How would you react to it?
That is absolutely correct, and that has been my position. That for me, as a plant biotechnologist, to go and start telling an architect how to draw a building and distribute load is way out of my training and my research base. And those who are misinforming Nigerians have never even gone down to do basic molecular characterization of any plant, of any crop. So they have not even known the constituents of a DNA, talk less of applying that knowledge in modifying or improving any crop. And so what they say, like some of them do, is what they say they were told, and they will not tell you who told them. And so for us who are scientists, who are practitioners in the field, we see that as a disservice to Nigeria, that a technology which can bring about improvement, that those who don't have knowledge, who don't even understand the basics of it, are the ones misinforming Nigerians. So that reaction of scientists are correct. That look, these people who are trying to confuse Nigerians do not really have the basic training. They don't have the basic understanding of what they are trying to propagate. So those who are doing those campaigns against genetically modified crops do not have the basic knowledge. MBBC is not about wholesale of modern biotechnology. MBBC is about the safe practice of modern biotechnology. Those who are scientists who are practicing in this field know how to apply the technology safely. And anyone that is not safe can never be brought to the tables of Nigerians. And we want to make sure that the safety of the applications of this technology is put in place, and that the protocols which Nigeria signed to, that all of them are respected in the process of this practice.
To what extent can application of this technology enhance Nigeria's food security?
To a very large extent. It may not solve all the problems. If anybody says there's any technology that has 100% solution to all problems, practicing scientists will tell you no. But there are some that have a higher percentage of contribution to sorting out problems, and modern biotechnology is one of them. Take for instance, Maruca is destroying cowpeas in Nigeria, and so we have to apply a large amount of insecticides to be able to control that pod borer. Now, there is development of a BT cowpea which will reduce the amount of chemicals that are being applied, because that particular variety is resistant to the pod borer insect. And so it will lead to production of cowpea in larger quantities. Nigeria, as at today, is regarded as the largest producer of cowpea, and yet the largest consumer in sub-Saharan Africa. What is being produced in Nigeria is not enough for internal consumption, talk less of export. And then when you want to export, they will tell you that the insecticide residue, the pesticide residue is very high, and therefore you cannot even do that. But if you apply the modern biotechnology, you can reduce the amount of pesticides that is applied, and at the same time reduce the environmental risk and health risk of application of such insecticides. Not only that you are having a better production, you are reducing all the other risks that are applicable. So it will enhance our food sufficiency program.
We take a short break, and when we return, the program continues.
Are you worried about the high import bill on food? Does Nigeria have the potential to produce enough food for her citizens?
This technology has come to offer us major solutions to agricultural productivity in Nigeria.
Riding on the low level of awareness and understanding of modern biotechnology among Nigerians, the anti-GMO activists have turned an otherwise scientific and technical issues into moral, cultural, and ideological debates.
Rumor is that which spreads very fast. Someone who does not know shouldn't provide information for you.
Join Ifeanyi Ugoke as he engages seasoned experts, scientists, and other relevant stakeholders on agricultural biotechnology on Thursdays, 10:05 a.m. on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja. Agricultural biotechnology, a sure way to food security in Nigeria.
Glad to know that you are still tuned to the program. Before we went on break, you made mention of the fact that some scientists are embarking on scientific researches on this area of genetic modification of crops. What is your take on these researches going on?
Well, I will wish that Nigeria And those who wear the political power will commit more funds to this research instead of paying lip service to it. I wish that they could be encouraged. I wish that more funds would be made available for such research. There is no country that develops herself by depending on donations from outside. You must make efforts to commit your funds to such research and being able to know where and how to apply them in this. So I will encourage the scientists to continue, but most importantly, that governments should be able to put in more resources into this research. That is my take. The scientists are making efforts, but I can assure you that if you check any of the centers or universities where this research is going on, they are mostly externally funded. None. And I'm almost 100% certain that none is being funded from Nigeria. And there's no country that develops herself through such process. And so we need to commit resources as a nation into this and be able to develop and improve on the research system in Nigeria.
I'll take you back a little to the issues and fears that have been instilled in a number of people with regards to safety of genetically modified organisms.
Now,
What is your advice?
I said at the beginning that National Biotechnology and Biosafety Consortium is here with all the expertise to deal with any questions that any person should bring. Where there are genuine fears, we'll analyze them scientifically. And where we find that they are correct, we will take it back to the agency of government that is responsible for that and make sure that as experts we put pressure for corrective measures to be taken. So it is not the issue of dishing out fear to Nigerians. If you have any fear, bring it to the table. Let us let you know that this your fear is not tenable because of so and so. In existence, fear is always there. That is, I think fear is the greatest caution known to man. And so that is why MBBC is here. We have the scientists who carry out research in biotechnology. We have scientists who carry out research in biosafety, in all the crops that we talk about. And so when you come, we sit down together. Bring your fears. Don't go on to sell baseless fears to Nigerians. We have the expertise in Nigeria. Even all the research centers that are being mentioned outside Nigeria, there is none that you get to and you won't find a Nigerian working in that organization. So both at home and abroad, we have Nigerians who are into this, and they are in National Biotechnology and Biosafety Consortium. And let me say this, that it is a disservice to Nigeria for those who have no knowledge of modern biotechnology, what we call genetic engineering, to begin to mislead Nigerians that look, this is not safe. And yet the same set of persons, when they travel outside this country, eat the same fruits, eat the same food, and come back and tell our people that it's not safe. And so for me, that is double-faced. What is this genetic engineering? In nature, we do the normal breeding. You put this and this together to get an improved variety. What modern biotechnology has done is that the normal breeding process takes a very long time. Modern biotechnology reduces the length of time you spend to get the improved variety. Secondly, if we have a plant that a particular disease kills very easily, and we have another one that disease does not kill, you remove the gene that makes the other plant that it does not kill to resist it, and insert in the one that is useful, the plant that is useful to you, so that it can resist that disease and you grow your crop. And that is all. It does not change the nutritional content of that. And moreover, there are several steps that are taken to ensure that the gene you have removed from the other one and inserted into the one you want to grow does not cause any problem. You check the safety of the genetic insert, you check the safety of the express protein, and you check the safety of the entire product that you want to give out to people. And all these are done and compared with the one that are already in existence, which the people have accepted. All the toxicity tests will be carried out to make sure that this thing does not affect humans or organisms in any negative way. As Nigerian scientists who are experts in biotechnology and biosafety, we must be able to allay the fears of our countrymen, because posterity will not forgive us if we don't take a decision to educate our people properly and allow people who have no understanding of issues of genetic engineering to mislead or instill baseless fear into our people.
Thank you for coming on the program. This is where we come to the end of today's edition of the program, Agricultural Biotechnology in Focus, on 92.1 FM Abuja. My name is Ifeanyi Ugoke.
Are you worried about the high import bill on food? Does Nigeria have the potential to produce enough food for her citizens? The deployment of agricultural biotechnology has the potential to tackle the challenge of poor yield, pest infestation, disease attack, drought, and other environmental challenges. Biotechnology in Focus is a program designed to enlighten you on the benefits of application of modern science in agriculture as against the misleading information against the technology. Join Ifeanyi Ugoke as he engages seasoned experts, scientists, and other relevant stakeholders on agricultural biotechnology on Thursdays, 10:05 a.m. on Vision FM 92.1 Abuja. Agricultural biotechnology, a sure way to food security in Nigeria.
The land is green, it's green, oh, oh.